Friday was a vacation. So, right hand. Have I started? Okay. Too many things going on. All right. Right hand, fist, power. Left hand, fingers together. Friendship, tucking in the thumb, staying humble. Fist into the palm. Welcome. It's good to see everyone. All right, let's do some deep breathing to get us started, okay? So, Wuji position, feet shoulder hip distance apart. Nice. Hang on, I'm going to see if I can. There. All right. Feet shoulder hip distance apart. Nice gentle bend in the knees, tucking in the tailbone. Heads lifted by the silk thread. We're going to breathe from the belly. Let's begin. Inhale the hands up. Exhale, relax the hands down. Nice and slow. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Push the hands in front of us next. Inhale to the heart and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Big, deep belly breath in. Long, slow breath out. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Pause for just 1 second. Totally personal note. If you're interested, see me after class. I have a picture of an amazing piece of artwork, kind of combining Colorado. It's an amazing piece of art. My friends have it on their back patio. So I'll show you a picture if you're interested. All right. I just had to think about that so I didn't forget. All right. Arms over the head next. Inhale to the heart and exhale. Inhale 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 and exhale. Arms to the side. Inhale to the heart and exhale. Inhale, nice and slow, and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more time to the side. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Giving a big hug. Inhale the arms up. Keep inhaling the arms open. Exhale, pushing the hands together. Keep exhaling, floating the hands down. Inhale and exhale. One more time, big, deep belly breath in, nice and slow. And then long, slow, deep breath out. Arms in the diagonals. Inhale to the heart. Left up, right down. Exhale. Keep looking straight ahead as you do this. Inhale to the heart. Right up, left down. Exhale. Make sure you're not leaning. Keep the body straight. Inhale and exhale. Keep looking straight ahead. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, one more time. Keep that upper body, pardon me, nice and straight. Left up, right down. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. And then inhale to the heart. Exhale, relax the hands down. Hang on, I got to get a drink of water. All right, gonna two more exercises. Flapping our arms like bird wings. From the Wuji position, inhale the arms up over the head. Exhale, pushing the hands down, floating the hands down. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Lastly, gathering chi. Big, deep belly breath in. And then long, slow breath out. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And there you go. That's our deep breathing exercises. All right. So, one thing that might help you, number one, slowing down is really important to do. So, make sure you do slow down. But one thing that might help you with slowing down, um, imagine you have resistance in all directions. Like, imagine you're in a pool of water and it's really heavy water and it's up to your neck. So, when you bring your hands up, float your hands down, you're not just, how? You're not just dropping the hands, but instead you float the hands down. So, like, again, you're in water, so you're pushing down. So you want to imagine that in all directions. So you're pushing your hands out, and then you're pulling your hands back in, and there's resistance in all directions. Sometimes that helps us slow down a little bit, and it builds our muscles up. If you remember way back in the Jack LaLanne times, you remember that back, I think that was 60s, maybe early 70s. Um, he talked about isometric exercise, and he did that same thing, not using weights, but using the force in all directions. Okay, so it might help you. Okay, all right. By the way, anybody Cardinal fans here? Anybody? Nobody? Nobody? You are. My nephew's working as an umpire this weekend with Atlanta. So he should be, if the rotation holds up, should be at second base tonight, first base Saturday, and home on Sunday. Yeah. Number 55, exactly. Same last name. It's my brother's son. So he's actually my godson. So, and I get to see him tonight. After the game, he invited me down into the ump's locker room. So, yeah, cool. All right. This is my one little victory. So, all right, let's do warm-up exercises, starting with the chin tuck. Floating the hands up, shoulder height. Hands to the chest, tucking in the chin, looking straight ahead. Hands come out, chin gently floats up. And then we sink the chin down to the chest without leaning forward. Again, we float the hands up in front of us. Hands to the chest, tucking in the chin, keep looking straight ahead. Hands come out, chin gently floats up, and then we sink the chin down to the chest. One more time, float the hands up in front of us. Hands to the chest, tucking in the chin, keep looking straight ahead. Good job. Hands come out, chin gently floats up, and then we sink the chin down to the chest. Beautiful. Next neck exercise, we're going to look side to side, starting out in the prayer hand position. Tai Chi ball, right hand is on top. Watching the left hand going over the left shoulder, looking left, pushing down on the right. And then we come back to center. Beautiful. Tai Chi ball, left hand is on top, watching the right hand going over the right shoulder, looking right, pushing down on the left. And we come back to center. Right hand's on top, left hand, left shoulder, looking left, pushing down on the right. And we come back to center. Tai Chi ball, left hand's on top, right hand, right shoulder, looking right, pushing down on the left. And we come back to center. One more time. Right hand's on top. Left hand, left shoulder, looking left, pushing down on the right. And we come back to center. Now the left hand is on top. Right hand, right shoulder, looking right, pushing down on the left. And then we come back to center, back to prayer hands. Relax the hands down. Awesome. Did that sound like, did they drop something or somebody? Nobody's running or anything, so I guess we're okay. All right. So on that exercise, make sure that you're turning your neck as you do that. That's the primary thing, turning the neck. Secondary is working the hands, okay? All right, shoulder circles, forward shoulder circles next, bringing the shoulders back and then up, then forward and down. Back, then up, forward and down. Back, up, forward and down. Good job. Keep looking straight ahead. Shoulders forward, then up, then back and down. Keep looking straight ahead. Forward, up, back, and down. One more time. Forward, up, back, and down. Awesome. It's really interesting. And after working with some Tai Chi masters, they have so much flexibility in their shoulder. They actually use their sternum as like a hinge. And one of the, what they call the eight Tai Chi energies, one of them is called a shoulder strike, where if you're in close enough, you hit somebody with your shoulder. And you can do it with really good power. But you use like your sternum as a hinge. And it's amazing the motion you can get on your shoulder when you do that. So like if somebody's really in close, you can strike them with your shoulder. I haven't learned how to do it yet. Still working on that. All right. Gathering chi, reaching for infinity, gently reaching out, reaching up, and relaxing the hands down. Nice and slow. Good job. Gently reaching out, reaching up, and relaxing the hands down. One more time, gently reaching out, reaching up, and relax the hands down. Nice. All right. Moving on, touching heaven and earth. By the way, if you don't feel like I'm working your legs hard enough, you can change that yourself. Just bend the knees a little more, right? Make sure your knees aren't locked out. But if you want work, you can just bend your knees more and more. Always, always, always keeping the back straight. So make sure you're not leaning forward, but keeping the back straight. But be very careful because just like an inch will make a world of difference. Okay? All right. Touching heaven and earth, starting out, prayer hand position. Left hand up, right hand down, stretching the spine. And then we come back to center. Right hand up, left hand down, gently stretching the spine. And coming back to center. Left hand up, right hand down, hands up over the head, arm curved around the head. Coming back to center. Right hand up, left hand down, gently stretching the spine. And come back to center. One more time. Left up, right down, stretching the spine. Coming back to center, right hand up, left hand down, gently stretching the spine. And we come back to center, back to prayer hands. Relax the hands down. Awesome. Carrying the ball side to side. Try to not move the hips, all right? Keep your hips square to the front. Just turning your navel from the left to the right, okay? So, from prayer hand position, Tai Chi ball, left hand is on top. Gently turn to the left. Try to not turn the hips, just the navel. And then you turn the ball over, right hand's on top, and then gently turn to the right. Stay on the right side, turning the ball over, left hand's on top, gently turn to the left. Turning the ball over, right hand's on top, gently turn to the right. One more time each side, turning the ball over, left hand's on top, gently turn to the left. And then we turn the ball over, try to not turn the hips. And then we gently turn to the right. And then we turn the ball over, we come back to center, prayer hand position, relax the hands down. Awesome. All right, we got to go through the whole class again. So, yeah, no, just joking. All right, moving along. It illustrates a very good point, though. It doesn't matter to me if you have to leave early. Just please let me know that everything's okay. So if you have to leave early, or maybe the restroom is calling you, just give me a thumbs up, okay? Because if you're not feeling well, I ask you just to sit down, okay? Or if you ever have to leave early, no problems. If you ever have to come late, again, no problems. I would much rather you do a half an hour of Tai Chi than a full hour. Then zero would be much, much better. Half an hour. Oh, I got to state that different. A half an hour of Tai Chi is much better than no Tai Chi at all. Okay? So don't worry ever about coming late, leaving early, as long as you're feeling all right. Okay? All right. Leg balancing exercise. Keep a bend in the knee, keep the body straight, use your chair. Smile the whole time. Okay? Weight shifts to the left. Bend in the left knee, right foot, cat stance. Stay by your chair. Tap right toe to the front, empty. And cat stance. All right, pause for just a second. Come back to Wu Ji. So what you might want to do is stay close to your chair so you can hold on to it, all right? And Jim, yeah, chair next to you. Perfect. All right. So weight shifts to the left, right cat once again. Tap the right toe to the side, empty, keeping all your weight left. And cat stance. And then tapping the right toe behind us. Keep plenty of space between your feet. Make sure you're stepping wide when you do this. There you go. Perfect. And cat stance. And then back to Wu Ji. Awesome. Same thing other side. Weight shifts to the right. Use your chair. Stay safe. Left cat. Left foot to the front, empty. Use your chair if you need to. And cat stance. All the weight is on my right. Left foot to the side, empty. And cat stance. Be careful on this one. Left foot behind us. Plenty of space between the feet. Good. Wide stepping. All right. Cat stance. And then back to Wu Ji. Awesome. Nice job. Nice job. So when we step back, we want to step wide. We want that in our muscle memory. And we're doing that constantly, all right? So when you're at the store and somebody's coming in, you have to step backwards. You don't want to do this and step on a balance beam. You want to do this where you're staying stable. Okay? All right. Any questions? Yes, sir. Yes. 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 I advocated for mirrors on this front wall when they redid this, but they did not listen to me. Yes, I have seen. I've taught in several rooms that have mirrors in them, and I have noticed. So you hear me talk a lot about posture, right? You hear me talk like every day that I'm here. I talk about posture. When I've been in a room with mirrors, people can see their posture and they automatically correct their posture. My Parkinson's friends do that all the time. As soon as they see themselves in the mirror and they see that they're leaning, they straighten the body back up. So, yes. If you practice at home, and I hope you do, practice in front of a full-length mirror and watch your body. Because you guys, I mean, um, it, I have amazing stories with people with Parkinson's disease, and um, everybody wants to get better as much as they can. And so, seeing themselves in a mirror, they immediately correct a lot of those posture errors. Okay, so yes, that's a great question. All right, any others? Okay, so let's have a seat. Hey, Jagan, I have to start over again. Um, yeah, you can go. I'm going to move the chair up a little bit for you. Oops, sorry. Sure. I'll move this chair up for you. You're moving better today. I'm sorry?
It will be your last day.
I'm sorry. Oh, last day for me? Oh, yeah, the radiation? Yes, you remembered. Thank you so much. Excuse me. All right. So we're going to do some seated Tai Chi, but first I have to give you some bad dad jokes to make it all worthwhile. Uh, okay. Oh, that's maybe that's why you come. Okay. I said this one yesterday, so you can't answer. You can't answer either. You're riding a horse at full speed. There's a giraffe next to you, and a lion is chasing you. What do you do? Get your drunk rear end off the carousel. Um, it's like my mom always told me, you might not be the dumbest guy in the world, but you better hope he doesn't die. We'll stop there. All right. Seems like you like that one best. All right. So we're sitting up nice and straight and tall. Sit up on the edge of the chair. Try to not use the back of the chair. Feet flat on the floor. 90-degree bend between the upper and the lower leg. Rock forward on the pelvis. Heads lifted by the silk thread. So when you're looking at this from the side, a lot of people will sit kind of back on their pelvis and they'll end up sitting this way. Notice the back is rounded and my head is forward when you do that. A lot of people will sit that way. So you round the pelvis and lift the head by the silk thread, and that gives you good straight body posture in this direction and good straight body posture in this direction. So practice sitting like that a little bit every day, all right? You'll get stronger and stronger as time goes along, okay? All right, hip exercise. Keep your knee directly above your ankle. So not doing this or this or this, but you're doing this, okay? So turn to the right-hand side of the chair. Facing the right-hand side of the chair. Concentrate on the legs first, then the hands, all right? Prayer hand position. Gently pushing against the imaginary right wall, opening up the left leg. Feel the stretch in the hip. Keep the knee over the ankle. And we come back to center. Once again, pushing against the right wall, opening up the left leg. Feel that stretch in the hip. And coming back to center. One more time, pushing against the right wall, opening up the left leg. Feel the stretch in the hip. And then we come back to center and relax the hands down. Now shift to the left-hand side of the chair. Same thing, other side. Prayer hand position, gently pushing against the left wall, opening up the right leg. Try and keep the knee above the ankle. There you go. And back to center. Pushing against the left wall, opening up the right leg. Feel that nice stretch. And we come back to center. One more time, pushing against the left wall, opening up the right leg. Feel that nice stretch. And then we come back to center. Relax the hands down, turn back to center, and shake those legs loose. I forgot one of the announcements I wanted to tell you guys. So I'm not sure how many slots are still available. As of yesterday, there were 30 slots available. But on Monday, July 14th, from 1:30 to 2:30 at the St. Louis County Library, when you register, you can get it. Like I said, yesterday there were 30 slots available. I don't know how many are available today. If it's all full up, they may have a waiting list, okay? But there is Ask the Doctor with Dr. Joel Perlmutter. So he used to be the head of the Movement Disorders Clinic, which is a specialty of WashU. I'm sure everybody here is in the movement disorder. I've seen one of their doctors. So it's Ask the Doctor with Dr. Perlmutter. It's part of the APDA education. So you can sign up at the front desk if you want right after class. Again, they had 30 slots available. They're expecting 300 people there. So, but Dr. Perlmutter has been doing this for a long time. So if I were you, I would go to that. Okay? Yeah, yeah, exactly. Is your doctor Perlmutter? Awesome. See, you get to go and ask him questions. Yeah, he's highly respected in his field. So, and if you haven't met him, Monday would be a good opportunity, right? Maybe get some of your questions answered. So, okay. Second, any questions about that? Did I cover? Okay. All right. Second hip exercise. You're going to lift the leg up, push the foot down. Keep the body straight, keep the back straight. All right. We're going to start with the left leg. Lifting the left leg up high as you're able to, pulling the knee to the chest, and then relax. Hands in front of us, pushing down on the left foot, hard as you can. Push, 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 and relax. Lifting the left leg up, hands are behind us. Keep the back and the body straight. Good posture. Relax, hands in front of us, pushing down on the left foot, hard as you can. Push, 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 and relax. One more time, lifting the left leg up, hands are behind us. Keep that back straight. And relax. Hands in front of us, pushing down on the left foot, hard as you can. Push, 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 and relax. Beautiful. As you stated right at the beginning of the class, this is a good exercise to make sure you try and get to that normal walking gait. You're lifting your knees when you walk, okay? Right leg, same thing. Lifting the right leg up. Hands are behind us. Back and body are straight. And relax. Hands in front of us, pushing down on the right foot, hard as you can. Push, 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 and relax. Lifting the right leg up, hands are behind us. And relax. Hands in front of us, pushing down on that right foot, hard as you can. Push, 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 and relax. One more time, make sure you're sitting up nice and straight and tall. Lifting the right leg up, high as you're able to. And relax. Hands in front of us, pushing down on the right foot, hard as you can. Push, 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 and relax. Beautiful. Shake those legs loose. Awesome, awesome. That's why we work so much on core exercises here, because we want you lifting your knees when you walk. So you'll see that very common. Exactly, exactly. All right, next exercise, heel kick. 4 motions, lifting the leg up, kicking the leg out, heel kick. So push out on the heel, up on the toe, and then we lift the leg back up. Don't forget that one, and then float the foot to the ground. All right? So, pardon me, while we're doing that, as we're kicking out with one leg, we're punching out with the opposite hand. Okay? So if I'm kicking right, punching left. All right? Also, keeping the body straight. So as I lift the knee, I'm not leaning out to the side or I'm not leaning back, but I lift the leg, keep the back and the body straight. Okay? And then the only other thing you have to do is smile. Okay? Hands loosely gripped at the belt line. Picking up the left leg, heel kick left, punching out right fist, opposite hand, opposite hand. Picking up the left leg, floating the foot to the ground. Picking up the right leg, heel kick right, punching out left fist, opposite hand. There you go. Picking up the right leg, let it hover there, float the foot to the ground. Beautiful. Make sure you're sitting up nice and straight and tall. Picking up the left leg, heel kick left, punching out right fist, opposite hand. Picking up the left leg, floating the foot to the ground. Picking up the right leg, heel kick right, punching out left fist. Again, opposite hand. Picking up the right leg, floating the foot to the ground. Pause for just 1 second. So, when we're kicking with one leg, make sure you're punching out with the opposite hand. So you're not using the same side of the body, using opposite sides of the body. Number one, you have a brain barrier, right? You have a center line brain barrier. So we're crossing over that brain barrier, which is really good for our brain. It also mimics a normal walking gait, okay? So it will help with that also, okay? All right, hands loosely gripped at the belt line. Picking up the left leg, heel kick left, punch out right, opposite hand. Beautiful. Picking up the left leg, floating the foot to the ground. Picking up the right leg, heel kick right, punching out left fist. That's a beautiful thing. Picking up the right leg, floating the foot to the ground. One more time, sit up nice and straight and tall, just like mommy taught you. Picking up the left leg, heel kick left, punch out right. Excellent. Picking up the left leg, floating the foot to the ground, picking up the right leg, heel kick right, punching out left fist. And then picking up the right leg, floating the foot to the ground. Beautiful. Shake those legs loose. Good job. Nice work. That is a really good exercise to do every day. You feel it working on your legs. That was just 4 reps. You feel it working on your legs, right? If you shake your head no, we'll just keep doing it until you do. So it's a really good exercise to increase your leg strength, and it's really simple, right? You can do it every breakfast, lunch, dinner, 3 times a day, 3 reps a day, 3 reps each time, 3 times a day. Doesn't take very long at all, but it strengthens your legs. Therefore, it's going to help your balance and will also help you lift your knee when you walk too. Oh yeah, well your car's pretty low. I offered to switch cars with you. Yeah, your car sits pretty low, so you got to kind of do a squat. Yes, most definitely will help. Most definitely. So okay, you could get your car. You could get lifts for your car. All right, let's do the toe kick next. Same exercise. The only difference is we point our toe forward instead of pointing our toe up. Okay? Everything else is still the same. Lift the leg before and after, punch out opposite hand, keep the back straight, keep the body straight, and keep that golden smile on your face. Hands loosely gripped at the belt line. So you guys have great smiles. You need to use them more. Picking up the left leg, toe kick left, punching out right fist. Picking up the left leg and float the foot to the ground. Picking up the right leg, toe kick right, punching out left fist. Picking up the right leg, let it hover there, and then float the foot to the ground. Picking up the left leg without leaning back, toe kick left, punch out right, opposite hand, opposite hand. Picking up the left leg, float the foot to the ground. Picking up the right leg, toe kick right, punching out left fist. Picking up the right leg, let it hover there, float that foot to the ground. Beautiful. 2 more times. Keep the back and the body straight. It's interesting as an instructor, as you do more of these exercises, you get more tired. So you start using bad body mechanics and you start leaning backwards. But this is a really good point. When you have Parkinson's disease, when you get tired, you use bad body mechanics. So it's really, really important that, you know, you're out late tonight with the family, maybe, you know, you're going to the ball game or something, you get home, you're tired, Make sure you're using good body mechanics when you get home. Have somebody walk you up to the door if you need to, or help you with something. When you have Parkinson's disease and you get tired, your body mechanics get worse, and that's when falls are most likely to happen. Okay, so be aware of that. Okay, when you're feeling tired, listen to your body, get help. Okay, all right, 2 more times. Picking up the left leg, toe kick left, punching out right fist, opposite hand. Picking up the left leg, floating the foot to the ground. Picking up the right leg, toe kick right, punching out left fist. Picking up the right leg and floating the foot to the ground. 1 more time. Picking up the left leg, toe kick left, punching out right. Beautiful. Picking up the left leg, let it hover there. Float the foot to the ground. Picking up the right leg, toe kick right, punching out the left fist. And then picking up the right leg and floating the foot to the ground. Beautiful. Shake those legs loose. Good job. Questions? All right. So stand if you're able to. We're going to do a couple ankle exercises. Thank you. You want me to get here? I'll get that for you. Take your time. No worries. All right. So ankle exercise. This is another one you want to try and do every day, okay? Weight shifts to the right. Bend in the right knee. Left foot, touch heel, and then toe. Keep all your weight right. Heel, toe, heel, toe. Try to not move the leg, move the ankle. Heel and toe. Don't move your leg, move the ankle. Heel, toe, heel, toe. Good job. Heel and toe. Back to center. Weight shifts to the left. Bend in the left knee. All your weight's left. Right foot, touch heel, and then toe. Heel, toe. Heel, toe, heel, toe. 1 more time. Heel and toe. Back to center. All right, we're going to do that exercise 1 more time. So when you're touching your foot, as you touch the heel, when you touch the toe, you're pulling the heel up off the ground. So I'm not just tapping my toe, but I'm touching heel and toe. Also, make sure you're not moving the leg. So I'm not doing heel, toe, because that's not helping my ankle at all. I'm doing this so all the movement comes from the ankle. Okay? It will help you as I'm working my left ankle. I keep all of my weight on the right. Okay? So weight shifts right, bend in the right knee, left foot, touch heel and toe. Heel and toe. Heel and toe. Beautiful. Shift weight left, bend in the left knee, right foot, touch heel and toe. No weight on the right leg, all your weight's left. Heel, toe, think ballerina toe, heel and toe. Awesome. Good job. All right, second ankle exercise. Weight shifts to the right, left foot, touch little toe, and then big toe. Outside, inside, little toe, and big toe. Then shift weight to the left, right foot, little toe, and big toe. Outside, inside, little toe, and big toe. Back to center. You wouldn't think touching little toe, big toe would help you much. It actually is very, very effective because if our ankles are stiff and we happen to step on something like in St. Louis, we always have cracks in the sidewalks and that kind of stuff. So if you step on something that's slanted, if my ankle is flexible enough, no worries, right? If my ankle is not that flexible, I'm going to fall over, right? So this little toe, big toe makes a huge difference, all right? practice those every day. Really, really helpful. Okay. More, you guys having fun? Yes. All right. Thank you. All right. Forward and backward hip exercise next, a standing exercise. So make sure you have your chair next to you. You want to make sure that you're safe when you do this. All right. I'm going to pull your chairs forward just to make sure you have them, something to hold on to. Okay. Awesome. Sure. Rather you, as I tell my daughters, I'd rather you have it and not need it than need it and not have it, right? So, so a couple things when we do this. We're touching the heel in front of us, toe behind us, okay? Empty, so there's no weight. So I'm not shifting weight as I do this. I'm keeping all my weight on the right as I touch left heel and left toe. Looking at it from the side, the knee is bent, the body is straight. So I'm not leaning back and leaning forward. I'm keeping my body straight as I touch heel and toe. Okay? Everybody was doing a good job. When you step backwards, make sure you keep plenty of space between your feet. Remember, we want that in our muscle memory. Okay? Finally, especially for my Parkinson's friends, as you mentioned at the beginning of class, I want you to lift your knee, touch the heel, lift the knee, and touch the toe. We want you trying to lift your knees. It makes a big difference, doesn't it? All right. So, any questions? All 20 things simultaneously. All right. That was supposed to be funny. All right. Weight shifts to the right, bend in the right knee, hang on to that chair if you need to, empty left heel. Then lift the knee as we transition, empty left toe. Make sure you're stepping wide when you do this. Take yourself off the balance beam. Step a little wider with that left foot. And then lifting the knee, empty on the heel. Lifting the knee, empty on the toe. Very good. One more time. Keep that upper body straight. Lifting the knee, empty heel. And then lifting the knee, empty on the toe. Excellent. Coming back to center. Shifting weight. All the weights left. Empty right heel. Lifting the knee, empty right toe. Nice. Lifting the knee, empty right heel. Use your chair. Stay safe. And then we lift the knee, empty on the toe. Awesome. Lifting the knee, empty on the heel. Use your chair. Stay safe. Lift the knee, empty on the toe. Make sure you got plenty of space between your feet. And back to center. Awesome. So on that exercise, I have found over my years of teaching, it is better to hold on to the chair and get used to this motion while holding on to the chair. So usually it works like this. Everybody, when they first do this exercise, they hold on to the chair in a death grip, right? You see their knuckles turning white and everything because they're trying to keep their balance. As your balance improves, you'll be able to set just your palm on the chair. And then as it gets a little better, you can do 1 or 2 fingers on the chair. And then you start floating the hand across the chair. Do whatever is necessary, but it works better if you start by using the chair. If you don't use the chair, you'll spend the whole time doing this because you won't feel like you have your balance. So it's much better to work the muscles and hold on to that chair. Okay? All right. Let's have a seat, do a few more exercises, and then we'll do meditation. Remember, it's going to be really warm this weekend, so lots of water, right? All right, so let's have a seat and do a few more exercises. We're going to do a side-to-side hip exercise. Remember, the Chinese stretch differently than Americans do, especially like in our gym classes. They are push, 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 harder, harder, right? We don't do that with the Chinese. So we're going to be doing an exercise where we're leaning to one side, coming back to center, and then leaning to the other side. So in America, they would teach you to, I realize where you are in America, they would teach you to lean, and when you feel your muscles stretch, they'd like start to bounce and stretch the muscles. That's a really good way to tear a muscle, so don't do that, all right? The Chinese way is you lean to, you feel that stretch, and then you breathe relaxation into the muscles. So no bouncing or anything like that. Okay? I'll get that door. Oh, you got the door. Good job. All right. So nice and gentle. Okay? Interlocking the fingers together in front of us. Bringing the hands up over the head. I'm going to lean to the left. Whatever's comfortable for you, then hold that position and inhale and exhale. And then we come back to center, pause at center. Then leaning to the right, not forcing anything, nice and gentle, hold that position, inhale and exhale. And back to center. Again, leaning to the left, holding that position, inhale and exhale. And then coming back to center, pausing, leaning to the right. Inhale and exhale. And then coming back to center. One more time. We're going to pause a little longer now. So leaning to the left, hold that position, inhale and exhale. Then coming back to center and pausing and leaning to the right. Hold that position, inhale and exhale. And then we come back to center and relax the hands down. The arms feel great, don't they? All right. So when we can hold that position longer, we can work more on stretching of that torso. Again, working those core muscles. Okay. Any questions about that? All right. Can you reach that light switch behind you? Thank you. So we have spent the last 50 minutes working our bodies. Now let's work our mind. Remember, Parkinson's is a neuromuscular disease. So we need to work the mind as much as we work the body. Okay. So this is a good chance to work the mind. Any questions about meditation? Does anybody do meditation outside of the classroom? You do? Huh?
No idea.
You do? Awesome. You have no idea how to do the meditation or?
How to do meditation. I tried.
Okay.
My thoughts circle down all the time. They are very intrusive.
Yes. And that's the biggest thing with meditation is, so my mother used to say to me when I was a young man that whatever I'm telling you goes in one ear and out the other. And that's what you want to do with your thoughts. So if your thoughts is, I use this example, not just because you're like, oh, I need to make an appointment to get the oil changed on my car. Let it go in one ear and out the other. You're going to think of it later. Whatever thoughts you're having, oh, when I get home, I need to do this. You're going to think of it later. Just let the thought go in one ear and out the other. Or one of my people I worked with on meditations, like you welcome the thought in, like in your front door of your house, you welcome the thought in and you walk it right out the back door. It's a really good way to look at it. And that's what you're working on with meditation, is trying to release those thoughts and keep your mind in the here and the now. Okay. So one thing you can use, by the way, congratulate you guys doing this at home. Awesome. You can use YouTube to help you guide. YouTube has some free meditation videos that are pretty decent videos, and they're all absolutely free. You can also go to the APDA St. Louis website, go into the exercise classes, pull up this class, fast forward to the end, and go through the meditation if you want. Because sometimes when you're guided through the meditation, sometimes it helps that thought precedence, sorry. Mm-hmm. Sure. Hmm.
explain.
So you're a more visual learner.
Yeah.
So there's different types of meditation. I've found progressive relaxation seems to work better for everybody with Tai Chi, or I'm sorry, everybody with Parkinson's. There's visualization meditation. There's a mantra where you're humming like the word one or sound like hmm. That works really well. Um, I forget that type of meditation. A lot of people will light a candle and stare at the candle, and so that is can be very effective. Use whatever works best for you. I will tell you, some of my Parkinson's friends have gotten relief from that sound or that one. You think of like the word one kind of drawn out. If you're starting to feel like your vocal cords are getting weak, that's actually exercising your vocal cords. So you would do, I'm just going to use this as an example. I'm going to do an So you would breathe and go, as you exhale, because that's actually exercising your vocal cords. So, if that works for you, do that. Okay?
For how long would you do meditation?
The Chinese say that everybody should do meditation for 10 minutes every day, unless you're having a bad day, and then you should do it for an hour that day. Um, when you're having a bad day, it's harder to get in a meditative mood, so the meditation takes longer. The inverse of that is the more you meditate, the easier it is to get in a meditative mood. But shoot for about 10 minutes a day is a really good starting point. And you'll find it gets better and better. It's just like practicing these physical exercises. The first time you do them, it feels really awkward. Second time feels a little better. Third time, a little better. Meditation is the same way. Everybody thinks meditation should happen instantaneously. It does not. Your thoughts race. Your brain is thinking. That's what your brain is supposed to do. What we're trying to do is take control of our brain. Does that make sense? Okay, so just keep practicing, okay? All right, so sitting up nice and straight and tall, slide back in your seat if you need to. I want everyone to be very, very comfortable, okay? Closing the eyes, taking a long, slow, deep breath in. As you breathe out, cleanse the mind of any thoughts, clear the mind of any thoughts. Inhale, big, deep belly breath in. As we exhale, we're not worried about what happened this morning. We're not fretting about what might happen this afternoon. You stay focused in the here and now. Focus on your breathing. Let those thoughts just slide through your head. Do that one more time. Big, deep belly breath in. Exhale. Let all those thoughts leak out of your ears, staying focused on the here and the now. We're ready to begin our meditation. So take a long, slow, deep belly breath in. As you breathe out, imagine you're breathing out through your feet, relaxing your feet. Inhale, filling our lungs with air. Exhale, breathing out through our feet, relaxing our feet. Onto our legs. Taking a long, slow, deep belly breath in. Exhale, closing the eyes. Imagine you're breathing out through your legs. Feel the air rushing out of your thigh, your knee, your lower leg. Inhale, filling our lungs with air. Exhale through our legs, relaxing our legs. Onto the hips. Taking a big, deep belly breath in. As you breathe out, imagine you're breathing out through your hips, relaxing your hips, relaxing your bottom. Inhale, filling our lungs with air. Exhale, breathing out through the hips, relaxing our hips. Onto our belly. Taking a long, slow, deep belly breath in. As we breathe out, imagine you're breathing out through your belly, relaxing your belly. Imagine you're breathing out through your navel. Again, we inhale, filling our lungs with air. Exhale, breathing out through the navel, relaxing all the muscles at the front of the belly. Onto the inner stomach. So take a long, slow, deep belly breath in. And as we exhale, we're focusing on that area of that inner stomach, that feeling you get when things aren't right, feeling you get in the pit of your stomach. That's the area we're aiming for. Inhale, filling our lungs with air. Exhale, breathing out through the inner stomach, relaxing our inner stomach, letting go of our anxiety, letting go of our nervousness. Let's do that again. Big, deep belly breath in. Exhale, closing the eyes, breathing out through the inner stomach, relaxing our inner stomach. And unfortunately, because of time, we're going to have to stop there. Look at how relaxed you guys are. You almost got all the tremors gone. Almost. Got them reduced. Nice. So when you wake up in the middle of the night, remember this. Remember how you feel right now. You did this yourself, all right? This is the power of the mind. The mind is incredibly powerful. Nice. Look at that. Nice. All right. So we'll have to end there today. So you guys have an awesome weekend.